Another one. Welcome to a rather exciting slash extremely disappointing CGC return, where I show you how harsh they grade and how much I get destroyed. This card, this is nice. Sorry, I literally just got taken away by the... I do have a light shining directly onto it, but come on. This almost feels like a must-have for like anyone. I'm putting this to the side. I might decide to add that to my collection. That's just... Got some more player ceremonies now. I bought these with the intention to grade them pretty high, but I think... I don't know, it might have been better just to sell them raw, now that I think about it, because I don't know, they seem like they have some sort of surface issue on them. Oh, you can see like such a very light... I don't know, is that an indent or something, or a scratch? Surface should be graded a little bit lower than if it's like a big indent. Is it on the back? No, it doesn't go through, but... Yeah, these things I think are a better raw flip than a graded flip. I have sold some graded copies, but it's down there if you're looking for it. I'm going to try and go a little bit slower and a little bit faster. Everything's kind of all over the place when I do these because I'm not an expert, alright? So we got Light Dragonite. Looking for something. These are pretty nice, but it's an old back card. So we got edges. Something there on the edges. So there is something there on these edges. Very slightly. It's like... Doesn't even go through the back, so... Looks like they decided not to dock for that, because we got a 10 on edges. Our corners are 8.5. So in this top right corner there's a little... Looks like there's like a little cut mark or something. I don't really know how to explain that, but there's something there. So that'll do it. Centering something we can't change. So yeah, I graded this card knowing it was a little bit more rough. You can see a little bit of surface wear. But still, very nice Charizard pair. I think I paid like $10 for these two together. So this is a standard order. So my grading fees are like $25 on each. But I'll probably list these for sale for like $40, $50 each. Maybe like $50 for this one and like 75, 100 for this one, really. Charizard's pretty cool. If I have only one of a card, I'll generally price it a little bit higher. But if I have like 50 of a card, I'll grade it. I'll price it a little bit lower. But that's nice. Rocket Entei. So we got 9 for edges on this one. There's a bit of edge wear down the bottom there, I think. You can see there, little whiteness right in the corner that goes across. It's the edges grade. So I really want to show what defects get what. Look at this holo. Just so when you grade your cards, you can go. So this is an 8 overall. I think the 8 is the most varied grade out of any grade in any company. You can have so many different things wrong, but this is an 8 with scratches all through there. And this back has light wear all over it. No major damage or anything, obviously, because it's an 8, but not a bad card. In a case, look, if you had that sitting on your shelf, you're really not going to complain. Look at that holo pattern. Jesus. Look at this Gyarados boy. Same thing, a little bit rough. I think if you have a lot of hollows around this condition, they're definitely worth grading. Anything like a 7 plus on an old card, I think deserves a premium. I wouldn't grade these through standard. I'm willing to do standard because I can take a lower margin because I have higher volume. But if you just throw these in bulk, if these were bulk graded, it would be much better for me. Because obviously I can't sell a card for a higher price just because I graded it for a higher price. That's not how the world works. So we got 6.5 surface on this. It looks like there's like a little crease at the top there, just like pressed. So overall, pretty nice card. But yeah, anyway, get back to what I was saying. I just want to get cards back faster so I can just push my volume so I don't get bored. But if you're looking to do this like really long term, just send through bulk. Just send and forget. Seriously, it'd be so much better for you. Really love this Snorlax. I think it's gone up in price for quite a bit since being released. I told you guys to buy them. If you didn't, that's just how it is. Oh, this is nice. It's like the light directs through there. Shines the card. This is rough. Like, to me, if this card was like raw, I'd probably say it was like damaged. But just because the front is like still intact and there's like very little scratching, a little dent down here. I don't know. The front looks like this is a 6. Still would look nice on the shelf. You would never even notice that I had scratches in edgeware. As we get down the totem pole to the 6, 5, 4, 3, cards get a lot worse. 6.5 corners. Yeah, we can see here a little bend on this corner. Seems a bit extreme, 6.5. Sorry, I'm just inspecting the card. Make sure it's not another corner. Huh. That's crazy though. Grading companies really don't like bends, dents, creases, presses, anything like that. It's a cute little Pikachu, Stormfront. It's pretty clean. These are really hard to grade because there's this like sticker-like matte finish kind of hollow. It's just really, really rough. I think I got some raw ones. Let me see if I can grab one. These are out of similar sets, but this is the same type of hollow pattern on it. Then there's Pikachu, and these are so like, they're like, this is already really scratched, but, and I'm not grading this one, this is just like a raw copy that I have, but the backs are all the same, but the fronts are so flimsy and they get like dents really easy, and because of it's almost like when I'm touching it, it's a kind of rubbery, kind of stickery, like it's just, feels like if you had a really mint one and you breathed on it, it would get scratches. Obviously an awesome card regardless, but if you're looking to grade these cards that have these like foils, the same as that Charizard that I had, there was like a 5 or a 4, here it is. They all have the same type of texture on the front to make this pattern, and they scratch so easily. So if you're looking to grade them or want a high graded set, just you got to check the cards. It's just it's so rough, and you might have to lower your expectations. I graded this because it was a banned card. I got it from a Team Rocket pack. Pretty happy with that. Oh. Hope you enjoy my mail day videos, my returns videos. A lot of these cards I show in returns, I do put up for sale. So a little bit of a dent down the corner here. So it gives you a 5-5 edges, 6-5 corners. So pretty rough. Overall though, this is a very nice looking card. You can see this surface is like, there's a little dent up here. Guessing that's why the edges got docked low grade. but there's like this scratch thing that goes across there. Overall, as you can see, this is like scratch free, edge wear free. Wait, no, it's not. It's not edge wear free. What's wrong with me? Edge wear all through the thing. It's so hard to see sometimes. Never mind. What am I talking about? Anyway, but from the front, very nicely displayed card. Don't turn a blind eye on these lower graded cards, as sometimes it's easier to buy this than it is to try and chance on buying like a raw card. Because all of these I buy, they're all raw cards from Japan where I get destroyed. So this is a crease up there. Now I make the conscious decision to grade cards like this. I do check them and I know that they have these problems. This has a dent here. Very the crease here. Very normal for Game Boy Dragonites to have problems because of the way they're given out in the sealed pack in the game. It's got a bunch of dents all through here. Disgusting. But these cost me, I think, $10, $20 each raw. And I graded them for $20, so maybe I'll list them for like 50, 60, 70 each. Not too sure. I could make like a little bit of margin and someone can enjoy a graded Game Boy Dragonite, really. It's just how it is. I think being a seller, you have to be honest with yourself and your expectations. That's a nice Espeon, I'm keeping that. You have to be like honest with like, okay, that making money is cool, but being like honest to buyers and to yourself is like the best idea. Now this is inked. I don't know if like, I think someone's like colored in this part here. It's been damaged, but they tried to recolor it. That's pretty funny. It's cool that CGC caught that. I actually heard of a story of a CGC 8 Crystal Nidoking from Skyroach, an English one, was graded by CGC and it graded 8, and it had the green label and it said inked on it. And the person cracked it out and regraded it with BGS. And it got a BGS 9, and it was graded. That's kind of crazy. So this has these little lines at the top here. It's got 7 surface, but those lines, I don't know if they're scratches or they're just like a part of the texture. But this also has like a bend down the bottom. You can't really see it, it's so hard to see, but it's like, it starts bending like right there. So that's for the low surface grade, but still amazing. I just sold one of these. I think it was like around 700, 800 US dollars for it. So an 8 grade is still really nice. Damn, this one's OC as hell. And it's inked as well. Look at the front. The front's like relatively not that bad, and the back's just like, whew. Alright, inked again. Let's see what we got here. There you go. There's pen mark right there. You can see it's like a different shade of blue. That's crazy. Why do people do that? Why do I grade these damaged cards? Why? So many questions. Because people like Charizard. And not everyone can afford a high grade Charizard, so I'm happy to provide them a different option. Pretty rough on the back. Not too bad on the front. This is a nice one. What I like about this one is that his eye is still hollow. These like Rockets cards, there's like all Game Boy Cup promos, there's like Game Boy Mewtwo, there's a Game Boy Lugia. They're just crazy. I'd say try and get one of each, because they're nuts. See if I need that Mewtwo for my set. I'm going to keep it. This EV is definitely for the collection. This is crazy to get such a high grade. Very good condition. Being a full holo card, I'm sure there's something on the surface there's just no way this is like perfect or scratch free. But you can see 9 surface, keeping that. Gold Star Gyarados. Kind of just sent this, see what kind of grade it'll get. I think 5 for these is pretty high, because you got like a pretty nasty dent there. Front's relatively clean, but come on, like a 5. Obviously the surface is 4, so it's been like averaged up by these 2 grades. But I don't know, I think like a 3 or a 4 would probably be a more ideal grade for this, to be honest. But I mean, they're the graders really. You can't argue after the fact. Others play a ceremony. I call this the butthole Mew. Doesn't have a butthole, but it looks like he's showing you his butthole. So this has a little bit of edge wear all around the card. You kind of see it at the top there. Pretty cool. It's from a VS deck. You go look up the number 002020. Rota's Mew. I guess I could just show the label there because it shows everything clearly. But this is a rough boy. This is the kind of card I'll list for $100. There's a lot of people that like low grade Charizards because they just think they look cool. I don't know if this Charizard has Hollow Bleed on it. I actually think it is like a Hollow Bleed Charizard, even though it's like all scratched up. It looks like it has hollow in non-scratched areas, which kind of gives it that really cool effect. So yeah, I mean, put that on your shelf. That looks really cool with this tear coming through. I mean, at a low price, if you want to display that, that's fine. That is a cool looking thing. A base air Venusaur, just a 7.5, light scratches. No major bends or anything. Pretty good. Oh, I love this card. Ruler of the Heavens. It's on the case. Wow, that's nice for a 7.5. Another Espeon. Keeping all evolutions. Like all the old ones anyway. Let me just halve these piles. Now, I did pretty good on this mission. Overall. No 10s, though. Because who gets 10s, right? Not me. I don't have 10 worthy cards. Oh, these Eevees are just so breathtaking. Look at the way they shine with the colors. Like you can see up here, my light's reflecting. It's like all purple and stuff. It's like green, yellow. It's just wild. But yeah, no 10s, unfortunately. But a CGC 10 is hard to get. Obviously, when you're looking at a value perspective, some people in this world value a CGC 10, a PSA 10 higher than a CGC 9.5. But this is the price you play. Hey, and the game we play. I personally think I would always rather a CGC 9.5 over a PSA 10 if I'm buying for myself, because 9 times out of 10 they won't be listed at the same price, and you'll be able to get the CGC 9.5 cheaper, and it will be the same condition, and in my opinion, and in my experience, better condition as well. But obviously, it kind of feels like I'm forced to say that because I have all these CGC cards that I'm selling, but I still have 3,000 cards submitted to PSA, so like, which is more than I have submitted to CGC ever overall, except they just like don't get sent back. But I don't know, the last 2 PSA submissions I got back were just, let's just say I felt like every card was like 1 grade higher than it should have been, and obviously I sold them all, or I sold a lot of it, and I was happy with it, because you're making money and you just sell it whatever the market values the cards at. But it's just kind of, I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get my PSA submissions back, how much I'll flip my Switch. Alright, this is some English graded cards. I don't think many of these are mine. I think this is a part of a friend submission for these English cards, so I'll go to them last so I don't mix them up in the piles. So Skylar, I've been very vocal about how good Skylar is as a card. But it's not great if you get an 8.5. So I want as many people as possible to enjoy Skylar. Full art, especially a graded version. But I should have checked these cards better. If you can see here, I mean, this is pack fresh. Oh, can you even see that? It's so light. This happens, this is very frequent on pack fresh Japanese cards. See, there's like the scratch is very light all over the surface. Not this thing in the middle that's on the case, but yeah, that's how it is. They don't miss stuff. That's what I've come to notice. They don't. I never get a CGC card that's like a 9 or a 9.5 or even a 10 and be like, wow, look how much this is like overgraded. No, they don't miss stuff. I missed stuff when I sent these in. I was like, oh, it's pack fresh Japanese. It'll be fine. But no. But now onto some old cards. See, this is actually a really good grade. If I didn't have this little bend here, it would have graded actually quite well. I love these cards. These just, I don't know. There's so many cards that I think everyone should just have like a set of. Oh, this has like a little bend there. Ugh. That's your 5 surface. It's on the front as well. Ugh. It's like a very bad binder den. But then we got the 4, the lowest of the low. We got the same crease. We got a crease down here. Crease down there. Ugh. I love these deck birds. They're so nice. This hollow pattern is just like. But yeah, over time, I will get better and better at pre-checking myself. Obviously, I don't mind getting a 9, as I think like the raw card plus the grading fee and a mint 9 is still worth it in this day and age. But I need to get better personally. So hopefully you guys can use this experience to also make yourselves better. So I remember back in the day, if you didn't get it like a 10, you would lose, or you'd like break even. These Charizards are nice. I'm gonna save that one too. Oh, I got an 8.5 on this. Okay, is that a scratch? Okay, there's a scratch there. Guess 8.5 isn't the highest. How's it back looking? Wow. I mean, that's clean. I mean, there might be some light scratches, very light scratches that I can't see. We're looking relatively edgeware free on this. Got very, very small bits. We got an 8.5. Alto Marie's bloody ass. Keeping that one. Skylar. I'm going to keep grading these until I get the 10 for myself. I'm not going to buy it. I'm just going to man through it. But I'm going to keep a few 9.5s. These might all be Skylars. I love this card. And I wasted a lot of money grading these at $20 each. Just so I can keep them. So, but that's how it is. You know, sometimes you win. Most of the time you don't win at all, actually. Most of the time you just get crushed. But that's life, really. As long as you learn how to deal with getting crushed. I got 8s, dude. What am I getting? How am I getting 8s? Like, what am I doing with my life? Am I stupid or something? Oh, sorry. Ah, I was just coughing at the side of my bad grades. I mean, an 8 on this card, visually, to the human eye, you don't see any difference between this 8 and probably a pristine 10. The only difference is this number up here. But obviously, they noticed something that my brain is too small. Is that it right there? You fucking kidding me? Sorry. Let me see if I can zoom into this. Trying to find where it is myself. It's not that. It's like under the P. Do you guys see that? You're probably just like, what the hell are you talking about? Alright, it's like super zoomed in. I'm really not good at this. Let's pull it back a bit. Alright. Right there. Do I have like a pointy tool? Oh, there's a dent. A very tiny little dent. Also seems to be a scratch on the card. I'm like wasting heaps of time on this, but this is the type of things that these are called like pinhole dents. That's what I call them. And it's like there's either a dent right below the P, very light one, or there's a dent right above my finger. Tiny little thing. Like, oh my god, it's just... Wish I had a professional camera, but you can see that's reflected. There might be another one in the middle of this Pokeball. You can see there's like 3. There's like 1, 2, 3. That will literally cause you to get an 8 on beautiful cards like this. I'm sure the other 8 has the same thing, so... You know, just... They're really hard to look for. And honestly, sometimes it's not even worth it if you're grading bulk modern to look for stuff like that. But when you're only grading 1 or 2 cards, you just got to check for it because they are there. And these are things we're not really used to checking for because I can tell you for sure there's other companies that do not check for those types of pinhole dents or manufacturing issues. And you will get a higher grade with the other companies. So maybe that's a thought just to keep them in a different company's pile. You know what I mean? If I got a little bit of a dent like that, send it to PSA or BGS. Or just wait a few years until you can grade it. I love these signed Marnies so much. I want to get like 10 or 20 or 50. I don't know how many I want to get, but I want to get heaps. Another one is EVs. I was very vocal about this one. I think this is like going to be like the first baby shiny to hit like $50. Probably even the first baby shiny to hit $100. Let's speed this up a bit. Alternate R, Espeon, Deoxys. What the hell? Graded so many. Oh, the unlimited Espeon. Or do I have the other one? Not bad. I think one's first edition, one's not. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope I'm wearing like a headset, so I really hope it's like picking up everything I'm saying. But we got some Charmanders, Charmeleons, Deoxys, and an Umbreon. I was really hoping to get this Umbreon in a 9. We got, what, 3 8.5s, so I needed to get 2 9s out of those. But that's fine. I'll keep it anyway. But yeah. This Surfing Pikachu is pretty cool. One of the rarer Surfing Pikachus that comes out of like a 3-pack blister. These are some Hidden Fates cards from my friends. Obviously, he had the same problems I have. All the cards are mint, and the centering's absolutely just disappointing. I really think if you got a low centered card or a bad centered card and it's really mint, you can send those to PSA and get a relatively easy PSA 10. I have no doubt in my mind that all these would probably cross to a PSA 10, so that's why I don't ever want to advise anyone to grade with any certain company, because unless you just like this slab more, if you're in it for the really long term, it would be better. If you're buying CGC or you're buying PSA, it doesn't matter which company, because you're the consumer. Everyone's catering to you, but maybe that can help you if you're buying when you have experienced people in the hobby, people that have graded thousands of cards, tens and thousands of cards collectively amongst many people, maybe even hundreds of thousands, and they say to you, hey, this card in the CGC 9 is more than likely going to be a PSA 10. So if you were to add that to your collection, are you going to buy a card because it has a higher grade on the label, or are you going to buy a card just because that's the way it is? Like, that's the grade. You're you can spend your money as much as you want. This has an 8 on surface, so let's see where we messed up. Yeah, that's the... I can't find it. But I have to go now. But that was fun. A few recaps. Oh, wow. Espeon, Mewtwo, this Eevee is just prime. Godslike Gyarados. Thanks for all the comments on all my videos all the time. It warms my heart every time I check the YouTube. At first I didn't think it'd be worth doing return videos, but there's a select few of people that really enjoy it, so I'll do it for you guys until I stop. So as always, thank you. Any questions, any messages, anything, send it to me on my Instagram, 1 Minute Flips. I'll try and help you out. But other than that, I'll see you later.